That riff right there was created by a famous guitarist named Dimebag Darrell. Darrell Abbott, or more commonly known as Dimebag Darrell, was a founder and creator of the metal band Pantera, alongside his brother Vinnie Paul. Unfortunately, Dimebag was murdered on stage in front of his whole band by a crazy fan. Dimebag was an inspiration for many people, including myself. He was a pioneer of metal music, and people loved him for his legendary personality. First of all, Dimebag was a big inspiration for me and many others. His techniques were very unique, and he managed to create such a iconic tone from the way he tuned his guitar. He would change the pitches to it, which just made it sound a lot heavier. And his unique way for doing pinch harmonics, which this is an example of a pinch harmonic. But his were like squeals, because he would pinch, then he would pull on his whammy bar. But I can't do that, but just use your imagination. Listening to his rhythm playing was a big reason for me for picking up the guitar in the first place. It was a lot different from any other bands I've heard of, and he was one of the very few people that actually managed to master the guitar. Second of all, Dimebag was a pioneer in metal music as a whole. Dimebag and his band Pantera were pioneers and were seen as the creators of a subgenre called groove metal, which is just a mixture between thrash and heavy metal. An example of like a thrash riff would be like. It was really fast, just alternate picking and just down picking. And there was a lot of like a very raspy voice for the singer, sometimes even screaming. A lot of down-tuned songs, a lot of heavy riffs, and a lot of double bass for the drums. While also popularizing a whole subgenre, Dimebag also changed the dynamic of having two guitarists in the band. Most bands have a lead guitarist, which harmonized with the rhythm guitarist and played solos, while the rhythm guitarist was the main guitar heard throughout the song. And if there was a singer in the band and they played a guitar, it's usually the rhythm guitarist. Dimebag was both the lead and rhythm guitarist, which changed the layout of a song entirely and how it sounds. Lastly, Dimebag had a great and amusing personality. Dimebag was a very eccentric man. He was known for his hard partying personality and his overall love for playing music, which is what a lot of rock stars were like back in the 90s and 80s. There are many videos of him from like the 80s of him just partying with his friends, playing some of the music that influenced him, which was a lot of Metallica, a lot of thrash metal back in the 80s. Dimebag also loved the way he presented himself, both physically and emotionally. His appearance was very unique. He would have very long, curly, frizzy hair that would just like float. And he had a very long goatee that was always dyed like blood red. And according to his bandmate and singer Phil Anselmo, Dimebag was also a very funny person and a wild man, because he would run people's mailboxes over and just drive on their lawns and mess everything up. Dimebag was a fantastic guitarist and even considered as one of the best by a lot of people. He managed to achieve this status by the way he inspired people, to play. His unique and creative way of, playing that shaped metal as a whole, and for his wild and fun personality. Even though he was taken too soon, he still had a huge impact on the metal community and how people still play music today. I could only imagine what it would be like if, he was never killed. He was still out there putting music out.